Good morning, everybody. This is Desiree with Whisper Creek Designs, and I want to say good morning to all my makers out there. Today we're making the Morning Meadow beaded bracelet with the little butterfly accent. If you have all your kit materials out, you'll have the different wires that I'm showing right now, where they're bent and folded in half. The first thing we're going to do is take the jump ring by itself and string it on. You'll want the jump ring to be sitting in where the wires are bent. So you'll take one strand and put it down to where the wires are bent down there, naturally. And then the next, you'll keep that one there. Oh, my beads are going everywhere. And just stringing it in there. So that you have both of them on the jump ring. And that's going to be where your clasp for the bracelet hooks on that jump ring. So just evening up the wires and putting them both to where they go on the end of the jump ring. Careful not to knock your beads all around like I'm doing. And just like a twist tie, we're just going to twist the wires around the jump ring a few times. And that's going to make the beginning part of your bracelet. And the type of weaving we're doing with the beads is going to be more of a natural style. It's going to depend on which beads you choose to put where, but in the end, basically kind of looks like the green grass in the morning, little dew crystals with the little sparkly crystal beads, and then the little clover flowers here and there with the dyed agate. So to start, I'm just going to take one of the little Jasper stone chips and string it on the wire. And I chose the last wire on the row, but you can start with any of them. And we're just going to twist the wire so that it is like a little twist tie just right at the end. And that will secure your bead from moving too much. And now we're going to take the wire on the other outside. I like this kind of bright purpley one. I'll do a little one. I tricked myself. And just stringing that on. So same thing, just twisting those two wires so that they hold the bead on. So I've got one bead already on one stone, one bead, and then we have a spot in the middle now. And just doing one extra loop on that. You can do as many, twists as you want, but I recommend between 1 and 3. Otherwise, the length of the beads, it gets too long. So now we're going to take one of the inside ones and do one of these purple ones, the medium purple. So in your kit, you have 3 sizes of the agate beads. There's the little tiny ones, the medium ones, and the bigger ones. And this is one of the medium sizes. And just twisting 2 that are underneath the bead, like a little twist tie. And now it's secured. So now we're left with what we began with, where we've got the outside, and the inside 2. And we're just going to continue like that for the whole bracelet. So starting again with the outside one, I'm going to use one of the little sparkly dewdrop beads. Pink. And twist. And all the different stone chips, they're a natural material, and so each one has its own little personality. Some have like more little stripes than the other ones. The agate beads too, some of them are stripy, some of them aren't. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. So you can just see which ones look like what you want and put them in as you go. So you can see how it's starting to form, this pattern of some are big, some are little, some are sparkly, some are not. And this one I'm going to put a sparkly one and a little stone chip. And you can combine these any way you want. So because this one was going in the middle, I put a couple there. And it's okay if it's smaller than, what the last one was. Sometimes we don't know what's ahead, but God is still faithful. I was walking the dog yesterday, and it was in the morning, and we were walking through the little section of yard that's over by the cow field. And the sun was just coming up, but there was a lot of mist, and there were some dewdrops sparkling on the grass, and it reminded me of this. Use one of the bigger purple agates. It has some little stripies on it. I'm just bending it. Nice. So, let's see, the next one you do is always the one that's farthest up from the bottom. So we'll do that one next. I like how that one little rock looks like a leaf. Got another little one. And twist. If the wires ever give you problems, like it doesn't want to bend, if you kind of fold it to the direction you want first and then fold the other one the other direction, it'll bend a little bit easier. So now we're back to the middle. A friend of mine also said it reminded her of a grapevine. And I think that it actually reminds me more of a grapevine now because of the purple round with the leaves. It looks like the grapes in the leaves. And she said that the verse it reminded her of was the Abide with Me. When Jesus is talking about I am the vine and you are the branches. Actually look that verse up right now. John 15. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that bears not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that bears fruit, he purges it, that it may bring forth more fruit. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself, except it is in the vine, no more can you, except you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abides in me, and I in him, the same brings forth much fruit. For without me, you can do nothing. And that goes with the verse of the devotional for this one too, which is Lamentations. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. In the next verse, even, the Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I will hope in him. The Lord is good to them that wait for him, to the soul that seeks him. It is good that a man should both hope quietly, wait for the salvation of the Lord. And the other one. So the next one is from Psalm 5, verse 3. My voice you will hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning I will direct my prayer to you and will look up. All those verses talk about seeking the Lord first before I go do my own things, and seeking his will in my life, and that his mercies are new every morning. I was worried last night. I was thinking about, like, oh, I gotta do this tomorrow, I gotta do that tomorrow, and I was just reminded that, tomorrow's got enough trouble of its own. My husband tells me that a lot. Like, tomorrow has its own trouble, today has its own trouble. Don't worry about and stress about tomorrow. Just get today's things done today, and tomorrow will work out. And I'm very grateful for that reminder all the time. Now, when I woke up today, I was like, Lord, it's a new morning. You are faithful. You brought a new morning today. And I'm very grateful for that. So we're just working down on here. Sometimes you can put 1, 2, 3 beads. And sometimes you can make more twists if you want. I love the colors of these different materials, the agate and the jasper and the crystal. And I love how you can instantly see some progress on this. It's not like some other projects you can do where it's like, okay, I've been working on this for a while and I just have to think about how this is going to look. But this one you can start seeing, okay, I've got a couple inches down. It's looking good. You can even hold it on your wrist and see how long it is to you. And this is also one of those projects where it's not going to come apart if you set it down. So you can, work on a little bit. And if you have to go do something, you can just go do it and come back to it. So now I've got a pretty good length, and we're just gonna try it on here. So that's where it'll connect, and we're about 3/4 of the way there. And you can kind of see, the shape of the bracelet coming together. And we're just gonna add the little butterfly charm. And on the first one I did, the test bracelet I did not add a bead next to it. This time I make a mistake and I add a bead next to it. And the thing is, when there's another bead next to it, especially that small, it makes it not flutter and move as much. And I liked it to be a little more movable. Even though it looks like it's going to be okay, you can see I'm not sure. I'm like, But I decided to do it anyway. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I'll just leave that here. And I'll put some more on over here. And I decide to leave it. So just to save yourself some trouble, don't put a bead with the butterfly. Just put the butterfly on and leave it. Now looking at where we've come so far. Yep, it won't lay down. So I keep going for a little bit, but then I go back and take it off. So just keep the butterfly by itself. So you can see that I'm unhappy with how it's moving, and I'm coming to the realization that I'm gonna have to fix it. So if you do make a mistake, or if you have a change of mind and you want to go back and change something, just undo the wires gently, and you can remove the thing that you want to change. It's easier if you can catch it right away because you'll have less to undo, but if you do make a mistake, it's pretty easy to fix it. I'm just taking out the little jade Jasper piece. Not jade. That'd be nice if it was jade, but it's not. So. I was thinking, I think Jasper is mentioned in Revelation, or it's one of the tribes. So I took the other stone out and I kept the other beads on the wire like that. And so now I can just twist them back. Jasper appears several times in the Bible and is often associated with beauty, strength, and the glory of God. It was considered a precious stone and used symbolically in descriptions of sacred things. Okay, so in Exodus, the high priest wore the breastplate with the 12 stones, and Jasper. Which tribe was Jasper? Okay, so it doesn't exactly say which tribe was Jasper, but it was Jewish and Christian traditions associate the stones with the tribe and birth order. Using that order, Jasper is commonly associated with the tribe of Benjamin, the youngest son of Jacob. Huh. The King Saul was from the tribe of Benjamin, and the Apostle Paul was from the tribe of Benjamin. Possibly. That is interesting. Oh yeah, and Revelation 2. Revelation 21:11 describes the city in 21:19. So 21:11 says its brilliance was like that of a very precious jewel, like a jasper, clear as crystal. And this is a different type of jasper. It's a rock. Oh, okay. So Jasper is a type of chalcedony, which is a variety of quartz. So Jasper stone beads. These aren't super polished, so I'm guessing that's why they are more of a stone quality. But okay, so we're getting to the end of the bracelet. And we're just putting a few more on, and you can keep testing the length as you go. You'll want to leave about 1/2 inch for the end because we'll attach the lobster claw with the other jump ring, and then there'll be a little bit of wire wrapping to finish up the end. And that takes up a little bit of space, so you don't want to put your beads all the way to the other side. Leave a little bit of space there. So now all the beads are about the same length. I mean, the bead section is together now. Just gonna do another one in the middle. Another dewdrop sparkly. I like having some of these little ones together. You can pretty much do whatever. If you want to do a specific pattern, you can. With the natural materials, it's a little bit harder to make it specifically, you know, precise, but I like the just the natural look of all the different things combined. Okay, so gonna try to. This is easier if you have a second person, but yeah. So that's about where we want to stop. There's one more side wire here. It's just choosing my favorite little ends here. I really like these little sparkly ones. I can get, oh. And yes. I want both the sparkly ones on. I'm just gonna twist that to finish. Okay, now we're ready to attach the clasp on the side. So I've got our end here, and this is how it'll look, where you have the wire wrapped around the jump ring. So we're just going to do that right here. So kind of bunching all of the end wires together. We're going to loop them through the jump ring. And when you get close to the end, we're just going to fold all these down. You want to leave like about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. I'd go a little bit smaller, but 1/4 of an inch. And then we're just going to use our jewelry pliers to squish the wires together a little bit. Just flatten them together. You can use your hand. It's a little bit fiddly. But there you can see we just squished them together. And just doing a little more pinchy pinchy. And get them flat there together. They'll make it easier when we're wrapping it. And then just going to attach the bracelet together in the loop so we can check it. And looks like I've got my lobster claw backwards. So when I'm wearing it, I want that part to be inside and the little lever on the outside. So I'm just gonna unhook it, slide it off. I'm actually just going to attach it to the other side how it should go. So it's on the outside, and then I'll put the wires in. But see, this way the wires are already bent. You could just start out by hooking it on the other side and then bending the wires how they go, which would probably save you a little bit of time. But this is how to do it if you get it backwards. So, alright. So to do the very end wrapping, we're almost done. You're going to take the longest strand and hold it up. And we're just going to start wrapping that long strand around the loose wires. Usually you can go 4 to 5 times around and be done. This one I had a lot of extra space and a lot of extra wire. So I went, let's see what I did here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have like 11 wraps. But it looks really pretty. And it looks kind of the viney branch look, like my friend was saying. So when you're almost done wrapping, there's going to be a section on your pliers if you have jewelry pliers that usually have wire cutters built in, which these do. So the side that's more flat with the wire cutters, you're going to line that side up with the bottom part of your bracelet. So you can get a cut closer to that end. So while you're clipped down, just bend the wires, they will snap through. And then you can see that you'll have a little bit of wires sticking up. Just use your pliers and fold those down. Just crimp right there. And then with your loose wire that you're wrapping with, you'll wrap over the end of those cut pieces. $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. And just feeling that there's no pieces of wire sticking up that will catch. If you feel something sticking up, you can either use your pliers to bend them down, or you can keep wrapping over it. So I'm done wrapping. So we're just going to trim the end. Focus camera. Trim the end. No, I didn't get it all the way where my clippers were. There we go. And then you'll just have one little part sticking up, and you can use your... Oh, I didn't get it. No. Up, up. Oh, there we go. So just showing... There we go. Just tucking the little end down of the single wire, and then it's a lot easier to hide that. So you just want to feel it, make sure that all the pokey parts are smooth, and your bracelet is done. Everyone's bracelet is going to be unique because everyone's going to choose slightly different stones to go different places to fit their personal preferences. If you got the kit, you're going to have 3 different butterflies to choose from. There's 3 different colors. There's a pink one, a blue one, and I can't remember the other color. But there's 3 little butterflies you can choose, or you can put all the butterflies on, or no butterflies, and just have it be, you know, not so dangly. But so that's my practice one and the one I just did. And my prayer is that when you see this, you will think of how, one, no 2 people are exactly alike. Everyone has some creativity from God, and that you will remember walking outside in the morning and remembering that He is faithful. Let me pray for you before you go. Dear Lord, thank you for these crafters and makers that you have made. Please help them to seek you, help them to love you, help them to know that you love them and that you are always faithful. You know what they're going through today, and you know what they're going to go through tomorrow. Help them to just focus on today and what they can surrender to you, Lord. Help me to glorify you through these craft tutorials, and to bless somebody with these. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next tutorial. Bye!